When that's not possible, tell me, can you weather the storm? Oh, 'cause I need somebody who'll stand by me. Through the good times and bad times, she will always be right there.
Intimate Talk with Global Talk Mag. We got Lance in the building.
Well, it's happening.
What's going on? How you doing today?
And I feel great, surviving, vibing, staying alive, and doing all I can, to be happy.
Here at Intimate Talks, we like to get, real personal with the artist to get to know, where you came from and what you into.
Mm,
So we gonna jump right into it.
let's go.
What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Favorite cartoon has to be Bugs Bunny. I feel like I always related to him. I was kind of like a troublemaker, in the most fun way, a troublemaker when I was a kid. Just doing a bunch of random stuff. Like my mom likes to tell a story. I used to hide in the cabinets and like eat cereal out the box. And her being a young mother, she was like, I lost my baby. So yeah, like I like doing little stuff like that. So Bugs Bunny was definitely that was my guy.
Do you feel like it was a message in that?
Um, yeah, I think, those older cartoons were definitely designed to show, like the extent to where, your mind can take you. At least that's how I took it. Like I feel like through cartoons like that, it just gave me the imagination growing up to, truly believe that anything is possible. Whether that's surviving a fall from a cliff or, flying or something. It was just like it was very amusing to me as a child, and I just took it as like a philosophical lesson now into adulthood.
What does the word manifestation mean to you?
Hmm. I definitely feel like manifestation is an abused word in our modern society, but my definition of manifestation is convincing yourself and the world around you that the things that your heart desires, the things that you want are supposed to be here, you know. If anybody knows me, the tattoos that I have on my body all come from a dream that I had. And I take that message to, kind of apply to my everyday life. If I dream it, I can have it in reality. So um I think manifestation is basically that in action.
What's the best advice you ever received?
Hmm. Best advice I ever received. In high school, I worked at Stop and Shop, and I was at the cash register, doing my duties or whatever. And this one random guy, um, he said, How old are you?" I had to be like, I don't know, 16, 17 or something like that. And, I told him, he said, "Don't ever let them take your smile." And, me now, 24 years old, that being 7 years ago, like there's many times where I've had, low points, and that random guy, that random person who said, these random words to me, it reminds me every day, like, you know what? No matter how bad things get, your smile is the most valuable thing you have. And if you can control that, you can control it all.
What's a toxic trait you think you have?
Uh, I'll admit, I have a couple toxic traits that I'm actively working on. Um, one, I feel like, one that I really feel like I'm like learning to like get over is like, trying to understand people in the sense of predicting their next moves. Um, I am sort of an overthinker. And in the past, I've definitely tried to jump the gun with, my thoughts, and try to catch people, before things happen. And, that definitely has backfired in my in my ignorant youth. But, as I'm growing and maturing, I understand, like, it's good to understand things, but, you don't have to find all the answers.
What does love mean to you?
Hmm. Now, me and love have had a very unique relationship, throughout my life. Um, I used to say love is a commitment to a feeling. Basically, as long as you tell yourself you love a person, you'll love them. But then with experience, I realized that, love is this uncontrollable thing where you do some really irrational things when you're in love or when you are strongly in emotion. So I believe love is complicated. That's my definition of love. Complicated.
When did you feel like you found your sound, like the direction you want to go with your music?
Ah, man. It was like, the start of this year. Throughout the summer I was, you know, in my personal space, like thinking and listening to all types of music and trying to take the pieces that I like the most and bring it all together. And I feel like I remember the day exactly where I just woke up and I had 3 songs on my mind, on my heart, and, I recorded them from my phone, well, not this phone, but recorded them from a iPhone 12 Pro, no microphone. I had AirPods using BandLab. So if all the producers out there, the musicians that use that application, yeah, that's how I recorded Digital Girl, the song that's out now, which I feel like I was blessed with, I guess, the circumstance where it came out sounding very good to, be coming from an iPhone 12 microphone. So yeah, it was definitely a beautiful time, and since then I haven't stopped finding my sound. Feel like it constantly evolves. So
What does digital girl mean to you?
yeah, so like I said, Digital Girl was just a random idea I had one morning, and I remember like scrolling through Instagram and like just seeing, like, realistically all the women on Instagram, and understanding, like, this isn't like a, I don't know how to say, this isn't like a buffet where you're like, oh, who am I going to try to pick up now? This is just a platform where humans are connecting with each other. And that was the initial thought, but then I was like, well, I can't write a song about humans connecting with each other. That sounds a little weird. So Digital Girl just kind of rolled off the tongue a bit better, and yeah, the song made itself.
How would you describe your music?
My music it's really me, and that's a culmination of all different types of things. I listen to all types of music, from Brazilian funk to, of course, like, your 90s R&B. I'll listen to classic rock, such as, the Beatles, but I also listen to like Creed. Yeah, like most people ain't gonna know what that is, but I listen to, Paramore, Michael Jackson, James Brown, Elvis, Bobby Brown, Chris Brown. Like I listen, I like music a lot. So I feel like my music is a reflection of, the world. And ultimately it's not, I come up with the songs, but I don't come up with the songs. Like, the songs make themselves. That's what I tell the team all the time. The song is there. We just gotta be in a position to find it.
What's the word soul mean to you?
Soul. I feel like soul is the default. Everything has a soul. It's the acknowledgement of that soul that makes you uh it makes you a being, right? Your soul is that thing, that life force that allows you to wake up every morning, allows you to do all the things you allow yourself to do, whether that's be happy throughout the day or to be angry half the day. Your soul is that energy that's charging it to go forward. I think your consciousness or your conscious awareness is the thing that steers that energy. So, you know, the more you steer towards the positive things or the good things that feed and nurture your soul, the better your soul will be. So, um, yeah, energy is soul.
What do you think the pulse of the universe is right now?
Right now, the pulse of the universe is the visual experience. I feel like everything in life is revolving around how things are perceived visually, whether that's the news, broadcasting whatever information they want to tell y'all, or it's just the way artists now have to present themselves in order to succeed. It's like your presentation matters, and that's ultimately what's going on nowadays. If you can convince somebody of the reality through visuals, most of the time they will fall into that reality and subject to it. um, but there is a later test where to see if that visual thing matches the real thing. So yeah, but that's for another conversation.
What advice would you give to the youth to help them out on their journey?
Hmm. To the youth, I say follow your heart. um Stay connected to your youth, because I feel like age is mindset. um the second you start telling yourself you're getting old, the second you stop trying to learn new things, that's when you get old. So for the youth, like I said, follow your heart, stay true to yourself, understand yourself, learn yourself, be disciplined, but also, have grace with yourself. You're not going to be perfect. And for those that are young at heart, I say to just open your mind to the possibility of retaining your youth, because it's definitely possible. You don't have to get old if you don't want to. And yeah, and that wraps it up. This has been Intimate Talks with Global Talk Mag, and I have been Lance. Digital Girls now out on all streaming platforms. That's Apple Music, Spotify, anything that plays music plays my music. So go check that out, and I'll see you.